Who do you feel you write for?
I write for the people who are going to perform it. I'd like to give one of the more standard answers. I write for an elite public who are familiar with all 79 of my previous pieces, or alternatively, I'd write for the workers or peasants or people who surround me in this agreeable village. But it would be lying. And nor do I say I write for myself, because I write in order to forget myself. You know, I have to carry my body around with me all the time, and composing is one of the ways of getting over yourself. So none of those are right. So I'm really thinking, I'm thinking of Nigel, I'm thinking of Ryan, I'm thinking of this orchestra who don't care a damn, in advance, but whom I'm hoping to persuade.
Mm. So sometimes you write with specific performers in mind, but I think what you've said is, it sounds like writing opera. You're writing for performers to interpret giving room for them to interpret.
Always, because some of my colleagues, especially composers I very much admire, like Ligeti and Jurie Kurtag, have in their heads a precise vision or portrayal of the piece they've written. Every detail has been worked out, and if somebody plays something which doesn't correspond to their imagination, they played, well, one plays, the other did play, hell. Absolute murder, because they want it exactly the way they visualize it. And I find that repellent as a point of view, because it reduces people to marionettes. I wanted you to find the piece. I've written that. That's my work. When I finish that, that's over. I have no more opinions. I was told early on in life by a dear friend of mine, at the time when we were sort of very aspiring avant-garde, wanted to shine the light in the eyes of the audience, to blind and all that sort of stuff. He said to me, you concern your job is to write decent harmony and counterpoint and use the instruments well and see if you can make the words audible and do a good professional job. And when you've done that, leave the lighting to the lighting man, the direction to the director, let people do their own jobs. And because even if you have strong views on the subject, there will always be the views of an amateur. And you aspire to be a professional composer, let them aspire to do their jobs.
Why'd you give this opera to English Touring Opera?
I went to the Janacek performances, and I went to the Handel performances and one or two other things I've seen, and I liked the fact that you were doing on the stage what I hoped people would do, but which I feel they rarely do nowadays, because in the director's theatre, most of the productions seem to me disrespectful of the text. And it struck me that what you were doing was respectful of the text, and that gave me considerable confidence.